Hello, REBBL. I'm excited. It's Challengers Cup. It's all been a bit of a hectic day for me, but I'm here, ready to stream. This is going to be a fun. Look forward to a fun game here. I'm joined, of course, by Look Lazy.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're a touch loud. I'll turn you down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, we've got Rat versus Nurgle off here, and it's not the usual 1,000 team value versus 2,500 team value. It's a bit closer this time because the Rat team, who I'm going to bring up first here, they are at 1,900 team value, I think, 1,920.
Yeah, 1920. Yeah, and they are, except for the rookie blitzer, they are pretty much what you want in a Skaven team.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost ideal. I can't think of any improvements apart from maybe sack off the Rat Ogre.
Yeah, but if you decide to take a Rat Ogre, that's a decent Rat Ogre.
Yeah, it's a really good Rat Ogre. It's got the guard to help out your boys. It's got a bit of break tackle, so there's always the break tackle strength 5 threat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, short of block or something, that's about as good as you can get. Yeah. Also, the meme, you can't discount the meme. Roll an Agi up and turn it into a strength 5 ball carrier piece.
Yeah.
But when you've got Agi 6 in a movement 10 natural 1-turner with a backup big hand 2 heads pickup piece, 2 sackers, and a wizard, I can't see this team losing many games in its current form. Do you?
Yeah, it does not. I'm pretty sure they'll. I don't know if they'll win this match, but they are a very strong Skaven team. Let's put it that way.
And I mean, the only weakness of this team really is that it's 1,900 team value with no Wizard Stadium, and I mean that weakness has been completely sort of, made redundant by the fact they're playing against 2,100 Nurgle. This is the extended team sheet for Weravem's Nurgle Gurgle. It's a full 16 roster player. This team's been playing for 7 seasons. It started in season 7. And for 7 seasons, it must have seen a lot of damage because apart from the crazy level 4 beast and
other than the level 6 Nurgle warrior,
yeah, I mean hunger is really the team.
None of the players are insanely high level. Not what you would expect from a 7-season-old team, at least.
Yeah, and I think this shows fair credit to the coach Weravem because he's been in. This isn't a Division 4 Challengers team. This guy came in up in from Division 3A into Challengers Cup. So to do this with what I would say is, I mean, you've got rookie Nurgle warriors and barely leveled Pestigals on the team. I mean, there's always going to be 1 or 2, but there's 4 guard here. Sorry, I mean the Blodge Beast I think is going to do a lot of work.
It's insane. It's all it needs is stand firm, and then it's just impossible to deal with.
Yeah, possible to deal with is the one. I think the main thing to look at though here for this matchup is the just the 2 tackle on the team. None of it.
Yeah.
None of the Nurgle warriors have tackle. No diving tackle on a double
in this matchup.
It's going to have to be a big game for curse number 9, the Agiup Raj. Go. I think he's going to have to really play out his skin. And I mean, I don't know what was your strategy here. Imagine if you're the Nurgle coach. How would you approach this game? Because for me, it feels pretty difficult matchup.
Honestly, I mean, try and defend the ball. Hope that their wizard. I mean, obviously defend against the wizard and stuff. Against the Ag 6 and movement 10 gutter runners, and Ag 5 gutter runner. I think I mean, obviously, if I get an easy shot with tackle, I'd go for it. But assuming the Skaven are defending well, I mean, pretty much the only choice you have is to try and burn through the line rats until there's literally only the 7 core players left. And even that's nearly impossible to deal with. It's a tough matchup. Hope that Tentacles works, I guess.
Yeah, Tentacles is going to have to come in big. I think this is a huge test because Rasta's a big name, Swedish coach. I've played him a couple of times. Used to be a big part of Swede BBA back when they were a clan, so definitely knows what he's doing. I think Weravem's going to have to put in a really good game here and probably get lucky as well. I mean, there's only so much you can do to defend against Bolt with an Agi 6. And also a mutated Agi 5 sort of freak ball pickup guy as well. I think it's going to be Nurgle almost will have to assume that they get turned over at some point, so they might even choose. What I'm saying is they might even find themselves wanting to defend first here.
Very possibly, because assuming you get scored on their offensive drive whenever they have one, you'd want it first so that then for the defensive drive you've at least removed some rats.
Yeah, you want to hope to try and get the rats as far down as they can. I'm just going to quickly pan to Cabal TV off screen, see if these guys have started.
Yeah, I'll start up Blood Bowl because I just realized I haven't.
Yeah, me too. Well, yeah, I managed to get you talking there, so I could just launch it quickly in the background because I forgot. Are they live? Not yet. So we've got a bit more time to kill. I just messaged Razta. Oh, here we go. He's messaged
Razta,
me.
he just told me inducement's done loading game.
Oh, well.
Apparently realized I'm co-casting. So yeah.
Nice. Well, you are pinned on the calendar as
Yeah,
you are. So I will very quickly play the intro video, and then hopefully when you join us back, we'll be in the game. Oh, it just caught. Didn't get it in time. That's so sad.
I think the reason Razta messaged me is because he was the co-caster for my game, so we'd already been exchanging.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so he'd already. So he messaged me. He messaged us both, to be fair to him.
Well, yeah.
Which is good of Razta. It's always good to keep the keep people informed. Right. I'm going to try and manage the camera work on this 720 by 1280 screen that I've got to work with. Should be fine. As we see, I think the rats are setting up on offense here.
It looks like a rat offense.
The rats take two babes for the rats with a wizard. Of course, 30 players abound on this team, 3 of them. A Nugget with a full bench. I think they're going to be confident that they can win the attrition game. Rats, of course, with a 2-man bench themselves without having to induce it, which is a rare position to be in with Skaven.
Yeah, they're still pretty.
Man, the skill swamp is real. It's a huge high TV game. This, I'm excited to see how it goes. Will we see another blitz? Do you think? There's been a lot of blitzes so far.
I expect at least one blitz.
At least one blitz.
So far, I think every game has had at least one blitz.
Yeah, I think one blitz is about right. Hello to everyone in chat, by the way. People joining in. If you're new to Blood Bowl, this is the sort of like the Europa League of REBBL. So it's the main international league. This is the first round, so it's a bit of a, not the highest caliber games, but I would say Razta's Wise Men, this is a team that could go all the way. So it's definitely a contender to watch. As it starts raining.
If things go well, could go all the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, rain is. I mean, it's not that big of a deal for the Skaven.
Yeah, there's a KO on the LOS. Rats turning up. But yeah, I was about to say, with Agi 5, Agi 6, and Big Hand, this is a non-factor for the Skaven, but it might be everything for the Nurgles. Who are the Nurgle carrying on?
So that's a Gutter Runner removing a Rotter. So
as you do.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going after the rookie Nurgle Warrior here with Claw, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But then I was just wondering. I think that is who you put out on that 5. No break. Oh, we flash pylon. I'm not sure about this follow and pylon. There's a dirty player, isn't there?
Yeah, and the Nurgle have more than enough bench to just foul you into oblivion.
Yeah, I see this line rat coming up, and I think the thought process from Razta was, well, they'll have to blitz to clear off this top line rat, and then they can only really get a couple of assists. But I think a couple of assists with dirty player is fine. I think the Nurgle coach will take that all day long with a 5-man bench. Pickup is, of course, a 2+ in the rain for who is this? Death Gerbil. I think we'll be seeing a lot of him today with the wizard in play.
We'll be seeing pretty much a lot of all the.
Yeah, each one is a star in its own right. There's no weak link in this Skaven line, apart from maybe the Rookie Blitzer and the Rat Ogre, who has gone wild straight away.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame,
but we've got the insurance block here, so it's not the end of the world. Interesting that we push off with the Rotter.
Yeah, I was about to say, I assume you still want to keep as many pieces tied up on the Roger as possible.
I think that might have been a slight mistake from Razta, because he wanted to follow, obviously, and base the dirty player up, but that's just a free assist.
Yeah, and that's just giving the dirty player a punch, assuming he doesn't blitz
yeah,
him.
I mean, I think he'd much rather have
foul.
The dirty player punch than foul. But I think what is probably more likely to happen is that we'll just blitz the guy. We'll blitz that line rat and then take a no assist foul, or like a 1 assist foul, because we can base up that movement 6 line rat and still get an extra assisting. So. Yeah. We'll see now. This is going to be an interesting gauge to see how foul heavy Weravem is. I mean, he's got the 2 dirty players on the team, so you'd like to think he's going to do everything he can to.
You'd assume he would, as long as he has that insane bench, he would foul frequently.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. It's cool. I think Razta's going to be the popular choice here. In terms of the
I think
chat
he's the more likely favorite. At least to win this match. Although, even if he does win, assuming Nurgle does Nurgle things, he'd still be... The team might be utterly destroyed by the time it wins.
Yeah. Hunger's first hit of the match so far. Nothing doing. Still warming up for Legend. 225 SPP. I think that's the most SPP on anyone in this game.
Highly likely. I don't think the Skaven have any Legends, do they?
I like the build on Hunger. I think it's a really good piece.
Avoiding
the piling on full kill route. I think because they got
if you don't want to go for a piling on build, that's what you do with your killer.
Yeah, I like the dodge. I think what happened was he took Mighty Blow and then rolled a double and decided that he could get fun and do a dodge into a juggernaut. I think it's quite good. Agi2 is a problem though. It makes the dodging worse, but it's still a solid piece.
But dodge is still useful defensively.
So Razta here is threatening a 2-turn. I mean, do you think Razta would want to 2-turn this? I think he does. I think he just wants to get on defense as soon as possible here.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's what I'd want to do if I was him. Because this Nurgle, they've only got 2 Mighty Blow, 3 Mighty Blow, one of which is on a beast.
And 3,
so here comes the foul. We did manage to foul. I think we just went for the 3+ dodge to get this extra assist foul. And here, in comes the boot. No bribe.
Yeah.
That's a stun on Tony too.
It's a success and a stun.
Nothing lost, nothing gained. Ball, of course, is in the backfield, as it would be for many Skaven players.
Yeah.
So we're still looking at the 2+2+.
They have the movements, they can literally just hand off to anyone. You stay well out of the Nurgle's range.
So it's currently 2+2+2+ to score. I don't know if Razta would like that, especially because none of it has inbuilt rerolls. I've just got to tell myself offline. Oops.
Yeah, I don't think I would probably go for the left flank with the score. Because the tackle is all on the right side of the pitch. And you theoretically have the pieces to screen off your scoring threat a bit, so that he can't just get based. And even if he does get based, he's actually 5. He doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one's actually 6. They really don't care. But I can't believe this is like the best player ever. Earl Evil, Agi 6, strip ball, wrestle, leap. Like if you don't have sure hands, that is a turned over ball almost every time.
Yeah.
It's so gross. So Nurgle, of course, in this problem where they actually can't pressure the ball because without giving Razta like 2 turns of notice that the pressure's coming.
Yeah.
As we see another armor break from a random line right into another KO. And these rotters really, I mean, they can afford to get themselves knocked out. I don't think...
he doesn't need to keep, as long as it's not every rotter dead, he'll still have a full team in the next drive.
Yeah, I don't think Weravem ever really had much of a chance of turning the Rats over here. The moment it wasn't exactly a blitz and a shallow kick. The real game, I think, will start once the Nurgle get the ball on offense and try and take this as fast.
Right now, it's just to see how long the Skaven hold off before scoring, and foul appearance again.
Foul appearance again. A huge turn for Kring here. Ties up 3.
Battle appearance is a real skill today.
That is huge. You know what they say,
Yeah.
Nurgle's the best team on the opponent's turn. It's the case here. 2-1's there, and we see a line rat having to dodge and failing. Just a stun. No rats off the pitch yet. And I mean, it's only turn 2, but I like to think Weravem will be itching to start cutting through that bench and trying to get the rats all on the pitch. Because at the moment, the natural one-turner is sitting, you know, with his feet up in the dugout.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the end of the day, if this goes to overtime, even if Weravem battles really hard and makes it 1-1, if he loses the coin toss, he might just lose before he even gets to interact with the ball because of this natural one-turner. So we really need to get that guy out there. Oh man, it's nice to be back. Have you seen many playoff games? Obviously, we can't talk about them yet, but have you managed to catch many?
I've seen a few. I think I've seen like 4 or 5 of them, so quite a bit. Yeah.
Nice. I think you've seen more than me. Issues I've been doing a reset the last 2 days. I've had to really try and not watch and try and do work instead. But now I'm finally free to do stuff.
Luckily for me, I'm in summer break at uni, so
nice.
I don't have anything to do.
Sure. So yeah, back. Hopefully get some casts in. I'm sort of planning my game. So I'm playing Dave on Sunday now with Goblins. And I've got about 500 inducement money with no Ulster, and I'm trying to sketch out what I'm taking, and I still don't know. It's tough.
Tough decisions.
The problem is he's got a claw palm wolf, so like, and a mighty blow tackle white, so like, it might just be that I really plan and then they just fire their claw palm and I just lose before I can interact with the ball.
The great thing about goblins,
yeah,
claw is a waste.
Out of your hands. Oh well.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I named my Pogo after my stays because his Pogo would like snake to GFI to not win. This time
don't ever name players after casters or anything like that. I once had a Pro Elf Blitzer called Chubstep. He was terrible.
I had a goblin called Gunnicide. First game he played, he strength busted a Beast of Nurgle on week 2 of the season. And then the game after, he got strength busted himself and was sacked. So what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
The sequel, Gunner 2-3, I think died in 3 games as well. So you're right. The player curse is real, at least for goblins. Yeah. Anyway, back to what's happening on the pitch. We get a get up and blitz with the rookie Nurgle warrior.
I mean, you want to level him.
You do want to level him. And
no damage.
That feels weird to me. I probably would have taken the blitz on the. I want to try and get through these gutter runners at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you've got block tackle to deal with the sacker. I think that's what I would have gone for myself. First rat gone of the day. 2 babes in play, so that is essentially just like a. You know, he's always coming back.
Yeah, he's probably coming back.
But there's always a chance they're not, so it's all good. But yeah, I don't know about that get up and blitz. That signals to me that Weravem's just playing for SVP on this half as opposed to playing to stop the score.
Yeah.
I think you can still do that.
He's not particularly trying to pressure them into scoring either. He's just... Yeah.
Let's see. Safety comes down. Looks like he's going to try and get in the way of what would be a quick pass. And the beast goes stupid. That's not the time to activate the Beast of Nurgle. I mean, to be fair, he's only based on one line rat.
I think it was already stupid. The beast was already stupid.
Oh, was it? Oh man, shows how much
it was stupid from it was stupid from last turn.
He tried to. Right. Well,
he tried to get up and pay attention again and failed again.
1+3 on the foul.
Yeah, bad fouls.
Oh, it's nice to have everybody chill stream. I think everyone's watching the Cheese X game, so it's pretty relaxed. Loosener. But yeah, the Razta finally seizes the opportunity, rolls that 5, and has now gotten involved. Well, we can get up and blitz with Claw for damage.
Yeah.
Or maybe I would have to be on the. Problem is, there's 2 guard right next to him, so it would have to be on like the. We'd have to commit a lot to it, so I don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe like an end of turn red dice onto the Rotter. Yeah, we're going to go for this dirty player. I think.
Yeah.
This line wrestling. But here comes the kit.
It's coming.
It's something to think about. or whether he wants to move that line rat first before taking a 1 dice block. But the 1 dice block is good, and we can follow this up and get out here. Oh, an injury! The Decayed is going to decay. MNG. 30 player out, but there's redundancy in that position. I don't think Razta, Weravem's going to worry too much. It's when the Nurgle warriors start not regenning.
The bad part is having one less player this drive, but then again, as we pointed out, it doesn't look like he's going for the potential ball sack or anything this drive. So
I don't think I could. I think I probably still would try.
I mean, yeah, I would have probably sent down at least one of the tackle pieces a turn or so earlier. But...
Yeah, I think it feels a little bit late, but it's better late than never, I suppose. That is an annoying dodge on that rookie blitzer because it helps cover this tackle block piece coming in. Frustrating. The ball steps up just the 1 square. What would that do?
Why step up? I mean,
I think that tells me he wants to make sure that he's in quick pass range of the R64.
Probably, yeah. I was thinking of preventing the 4+3+, which is now 4+3+2+2+2 to 2 die with tackle. Which unlikely,
I think we should almost always see a hunger blitz onto the RG6 now, because there's only 3 guys on the pitch, and the big hand one has no passing skills. So I think we can cut off that outlet, and then also we can. I guess the problem with that blitz is we can't have pressure, but I think trying to get, because this is the thing when you have a 1-turner, is you can only have 3 gutter runners on the pitch, and if you lose a couple, then things start to go. Double skull first of the day. We go after the killer, again trying to preserve the team.
Yeah, and going after the killer also means it's more likely for you to be up numbers.
Yeah, I think it's quite smart. I think we will pile on him almost all the time.
He doesn't have pylon.
Oh, he doesn't have pylon. Yes. Sorry, I've got the skill mess in front of me.
It's a lot of skills. A lot of them looking similar.
Lots of things very deadly. I think actually it's tough. I can see where he's coming from, right? Because if you can get them knocked out at least for a few turns, that's like a little bit of respite.
Also, it's he doesn't necessarily need to put on too many more tackle zones or anything on the RG6 because it's already in 3 times disturbing presence and base. So how much minus is that? Enough, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, the 3 disturbing presence. I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, so it has a -3, -4. It would be a 2+.
1, 2, 3,
4. It would be
-5 because of the rain.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be -5 because of the rain. So I think it would be. It would be either a 4 or a 5+. I think.
I think it would be. I think it'd be a 5+. Yeah.
Okay, if it were just actually 4, it would be a 6+. Oh, that's huge.
6,
no regen.
6,
oh
6.
god.
Into only a 3. That is a 200 SPP player dead and buried.
That is a legend who has now passed away.
That's
Rest in
what
peace,
you
Hunger.
get.
You were an amazing piece.
You fight Tony Tooth. You better be prepared for the consequences.
I'm checking now. Hunger had 107 games under his belt.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that might be one of the originals from season 7.
Passes inflicted.
Youch.
That's.
Oh,
he
it
shall be
hurts.
missed.
I feel hurt, and I'm in the box. I'm not even on the pitch. Nasty stuff.
That is a piece you definitely do not want to lose.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go for. I was just so busy trying to calculate. What is the odds on that catch happening?
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
because he's actually which makes it so complicated. But yeah,
we do get a 1-die power.
Yeah, that's good.
Always good. More 6s. 6 into 6 into another 6. But we can't break armor. What is this dice for Razta?
Yeah, I think this has definitely this has given. I think with that, because that's one of the only 2 tackle the Nurgle have. That's with that left is their
It was the kill stack though.
And their beast to try and tie down players.
Yeah, it was the kill stack. Rolled a 7 on the armor, but that was enough with the current interpretation of Claw MB.
Yeah.
Piled on into box cars and then a 6 into a 3. What a sequence there.
I don't get running forward now. I get it, but it's still a strange choice.
I think it's, well, you say it's a strange choice, but like, where's this sack coming from? Because the beast has no break tackle.
Yeah, you're right. It would be quite a difficult thing for the edge forward dodge.
So you might. I think the thinking is you might as well have him here because then you can get on the other side of most of the stink before throwing a potential quick pass or probably handing off at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, 4 removals for the Skaven on their offensive drive, and that's sort of what, that should have been the other way around. It should have been 4 removals for the
that is not what you expect.
So, I mean, Skaven already had a huge advantage, and now they out-remove the Bash team, and this is why Skaven is so fun to play when you get Claw on. Because you start out-bashing the Bash teams and then also out-aggying them at the same time, and it just feels a bit unfair.
Yeah.
And you also have a Wizard in case it all goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Easy game.
Wait, did Razta take? Yeah, he did take a Wizard for some reason.
A Wizard and 2 Babes for the inducements.
Yeah.
Although the Nurgle, no fame on either side, because obviously everybody's watching the Chubstep game, there's no fans in the stadium.
Yeah. All these fans you see in the stadium, if you zoom in, they're a lie. They're not there.
Oh no, I don't play with fans in the stadium.
I don't either. My benches are empty.
I can't get more than 10 frames per second.
My laptop is terrible at running this game too, don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
That reminds me, I should probably check OBS. No drop frames. It's all good.
Ooh.
All good. At least in the OBS preview. I think by the time it gets to Twitch, at least it's about 5, but whatever. Mm. I think Weravem's just in mourning here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, fair enough. I think you deserve a 2-minute timeout after that happening. We're going to go for the Razta.
You want to try and remove the most valuable piece you can get a decent block on. Just out of spite at this point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The block guard Nurgle Warrior. Very good in the Bash matchup, not so much against Armor 7.
Is he going to try and get the beast onto the ball?
Yeah, I think that's the play. We're lining up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just a beast GFI. And I think you were onto something when you said it was weird to bring the ball up. I thought it was completely safe. I think so did Razta. But Weravem's managed to get over the death and is now about to walk onto this ball as you do.
No. And now only to hope Tentacles does its thing.
And all of a sudden, if Tentacles works, these removals might be for nothing. I mean, I say that. We have the RG6 Leap Recovery Gutter, so all is not lost. Ooh.
I mean...
That's good tackle zone coverage. Do we need that?
Yeah.
I guess
you don't need it, but you want to have it so that... I mean, he's your best chance of sacking the ball next turn. But that I don't agree with that last GFI. That's leaving a path open.
Yeah, and also it loses coverage, right? Because what Razta might just do, there's not much protecting against Razta just running back his back right.
Yeah.
And if you move him further, I don't know. Stuff. I think what we might end up seeing is the actually 5 running across and then...
I think we're seeing a 1-die.
I think, yeah, we're trying to construct a 1-dice. Here comes the Agi 5 as the outlet.
Just in case the 1-dice goes terribly, terribly wrong.
Wild Animal doing a thing. Where are all the Skaven gone? I think a couple of knockouts and a scoring threat, and they look a bit spread out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've managed to construct
For some reason, despite being up numbers, they seem quite down numbers.
That's the playing against Bash Life, I suppose. This 1-die is good, though. Oh no, yeah. Tackle.
Yeah, tackle.
Tackling down that beast of Nurgle as he did. Will they pile on? Of course we do. Value beast.
If you remove this beast, then it's game over. I should not have said that. It's game over.
No regen. Oh god, yeah, you really cursed that
And we're
one.
now down to one piece that can realistically try and take the ball off the Skaven.
That feels bad. Weravem did everything right that turn, and he lost a piece
Yeah.
for his troubles. Oh, well, looks like it's one. We're going to go for a handoff action here, which has been declared. In the range 25, which is essentially normal. No fuss. And I tell you what,
This is just
Toxie
Nuff
Tooth
being
is
cruel at this
Tony
point.
Tooth has really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck here with those two huge permanent injuries. Taking 260 SVP off the pitch in 2 turns is quite impressive.
He has proven to be the better of the killers.
Yeah. That's why you always be piling on there. Both of those casualties came from the piling on.
Yeah.
So that is why when you see things like all piling on Tomb Guardians who pile on at every opportunity, that's what they're trying to get to. That sort of removal rate. Because if you can get that sort of removal rate against anything but the best agi, you're going to be ahead.
Every armor/injury roll you make against you force your opponent to make is one more chance that you kill a Beast of Nurgle.
That's totally right.
If things work out, then you kill a Beast of Nurgle.
Yeah. Whew. Well, I think we're just having another breather here. I think Weravem's just taking a double punch.
Yeah, Weravem's probably at this point just trying to remember if he accidentally cursed Snuffler or something today.
Oh, I probably did. Just trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a spite foul here. I think the rookie Nurgle Warrior is going to come in from downtown with a GFI foul.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do at this point. If I was the Nurgle coach, the Agi 6 is just handed off to the Agi 5. My only Tentacles piece is out for the game and my killer's just been killed. I think I am going for the spite foul on turn 5. And that's kind of what you want to see, because if we can get a return death on Tony Tooth, that would be a really good thing. That'd be what this game needs. Here we go. Oh, we're going after the ball. We had a sack the whole time.
Does not work.
That will do it. No, it won't. I'm done. It won't do it. And sidestep will do anything. I'm sorry, I thought he had strict all that festival for some reason. Yeah. Unfortunately, curse number 9 is 10 SVP away from having tackle and being useful in that situation.
Yeah. Next playoff, next challenger team might make it. But...
next season. It's turn 5 and oh, GFI fail. I think we were going for a foul. Oh.
Actually, honestly, after this game, next season for Weravem is probably a rebuild season, assuming he keeps his team.
I tell you what, when I saw that Nurgle Warrior turn over, I feared the worst, the way this game has gone so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember, I think Metal whispered something about some sort of highlights package. Well, I don't know what is highlight, but 220 SVP dying and not regening is pretty highlighty to me. Here comes another pylon.
That seems like a highlight.
Are we 3 for 3?
Not yet.
Oh, nearly.
But...
What a huge first half. MNG, fortunately this one will come back, but... What a first half here. A hat-trick of casualties.
And that is Tony Tooth's leveling.
It is. That's level 6. And tell you what, if there isn't a more deserved level 6 out there, I don't know. I'd like to meet it.
Yeah. You just dodge away, or do you try and engineer 1 die or 2 die against the Pestigor?
I think we just dodge and score, yeah.
Yeah. Dodge required, but otherwise, yeah, that is 1-0 for Razta and his wise men.
Yeah. Wise men. Not even needing to outthink this Nurgle when you can just kill them on the pitch.
And his KOs are back. And the Nurgle only get 1 KO back. Oof.
Well, they still have.
Do they have bench? They still have 1 bench, so it doesn't actually matter.
Yep. After all that, the Nurgle can still put 11 on the pitch.
Although they are missing quite a few key players.
Yeah.
Well, 2 key players, but the most key of their players.
The big team. We're going for an offset LOS here. On defense.
I think it makes sense. You're not too scared of them rushing down a side. You're not too scared of them.
I don't know. I think if I was Razta, I'd go for a much more aggressive setup, where I'd offset and just spread out I feel like they're feeling that for everything this team has, one thing it doesn't have is a kick line rat to really put the pressure on that team.
I mean, he doesn't have any leveled line rats, I don't think.
I mean, it is good because it keeps the... I think I would trade the rat ogre for a dirty player line rat and a kick line rat myself.
Yeah, they don't have any leveled line rats. You're expecting them to get a line rat to higher than 5 SPP. That's not something this team does.
I mean, my line rats used to eat MVPs for breakfast, so I didn't. I had a surplus of like 10 and 15 SPP line rats. Yeah, offset, of course, forcing all the strength pieces to one side, and the idea behind it is the rats just go the other way and go take your ball. And when you've got a wizard and Agi6 leap, they're probably going to take the ball. So yeah, 3 turns here for the Nurgle to counter score.
Pestigord as a ball carrier, I guess that's your best ball carrier.
Yeah. I mean, who else? It has a defensive skill at least.
Yeah, take the Agi 4 so you have a better chance of picking up the ball.
I don't like the width here. I feel like this offensive setup is a bit.
The rockets on the sides could have been a bit closer to the center.
Yeah, I think you could have the rotters back in sort of this position here, him go here, and then this guy go here. Because when Agi 6, you're just trying to make them roll as many dodges as possible. You're never going to make them have to roll more than 2+, right? So you just want to set them up so they like. If you want to get down here, you've got to go through like 6 tackle zones, and you're probably going to roll a 1 at some point, and that's scary. We'll see how they set up. I mean, it is a nightmare. There's only so much you can do, but I think you could do a little bit better than the one line of players to leap over and dodge through. And I think the thing is, though, this is a kind of play that would work. Obviously, we'll see where they end up after their first turn of offense. But against most teams, this line of pieces is enough to stop them running through you. But when you've got Agi 6 and Agi 5, you have to think of it outside the box. Here comes the LOS hits, though. Nothing doing there.
First one, nothing, despite Mighty Blow.
Yep. And then we mess up the order a little. That's the problem with taking that both down, is that we're going to lose LOS blocks here.
Yeah.
And we almost don't want to take this one now because it could 1 in 9. Yeah, here comes the blitz. Okay, this is smart. I like that.
Yeah.
I probably would have put him back on the Nurgle Warriors. Oh, it doesn't matter, they're off the pitch anyway.
No, I would put him there because if the rookie warrior doesn't fail, then you get one more punch with the blodge warrior.
Yep.
So
I like that. Yep. Okay, that's smart. Thinking through. We get the power anyway. Desperately. Weravem desperately wanting some sort of SPP there, but it's just a stun on Flying Freddy.
Sadly, Razta will remain 2 SPP for now.
Seal that wide right hand side. I'll switch view to the Nurgle's offensive view, by the way. So I'm now looking at it from the Nurgle up the pitch. And when you see this view, you can really see the gap between where the ball is and where the rest of the team is. And Razta,
I mean, the gap being that large is what he needs.
Yeah.
Because if the gap was any smaller, he'd just be attacked by 3 godly gutter runners and lose the ball.
Exactly. And of course, if you're new to this sort of rat matchup, this is what's been forced by Razta's good pieces, as we see the foul. How will we do? We're fouling line rats, desperate times. But now what will probably happen is Razta will just take this space and then say, well, now, no matter where you go, you're in range of my godly gutters, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
The rat ogre does go stupid. Wild animal,
it's a 4+. He still has tackle zones even when wild, so it's not that big a deal.
It's not as bad as I'm used to goblin trolls and having entire drives fall apart with a bad 1 on turn 6 or something. Right. I was about to say Razta's going to go cut this team in half, but I think with 1-0 on the board and with such an advantage, they don't want to risk any sort of...
They don't want to risk anything. They don't want to risk having 1 or 2 of their gutter runners based and then having them killed on a random block, on a random power. And
also you have to think, this is also why, I rarely make the playoffs, is that Razta's probably not looking at the ball so much as looking at the turn time. The Nurgle will need to get down the pitch in 3 turns. So Razta just needs to be able to screen off for 2 of those turns and the Nurgle can't score. It will be 1-0 left at the half as we see another injury on a rotter.
Yeah.
That's 4 in 4.
You know why one of these Storm Vermin has all the SPP and the other one is still 0 SPP. I mean,
I think I'm right. Is that 4? That is 4 for 4 on the injuries, isn't it? I mean, one of them came back. But
yeah, that is 4 for 4. Yeah.
Can we go 5 for 5? This is something. This is a real serious streak. You don't see this very often, even with the full kill stat.
Tony Tooth make it to legend this game.
I think even the Nogu don't have a bench big enough for that.
I mean, they have regen. He just
that's true. They do have regen, and with the godlike gutter scoring every 2 turns.
But yeah.
Right. Oh wow, we go backwards.
I mean, there's not much out. I mean, I will. There's not much else you can do. If this were a league game, I might agree, but this is Challenger.
Well, I think also what you have to realise is the 1 turn is not on the pitch, and Razta only has 1 turn left. So you might as well bring the ball up, because even if they get the ball down, he can't score on you.
Yeah.
You've literally given up your chance to win this game in regulation time by what you've just done there. In my opinion, because you don't want to score as the Nurgle coach. You're going to get the ball again for the next half. You certainly don't want to score until the last
to screen off the killer so that he doesn't go after any of your valuable pieces. It's not like he would have had an easy shot on the ball.
Speaking of, we're going to get another return hit, and we do find another POW. Claw Mighty Blow going at it.
Does this work? Is Tony Tooth's luck? No, his luck has not run out. He's fine.
He's untouchable. It's like Morgenthau reincarnated in rat form. You can't break this armor, and he's going to kill you. Not even injure. He's got you. He's got you dead. We're going to wrap up the RG5 to try and get another hit on him next turn. But we also are going to get this nice 1 assist dirty player foul.
Yeah.
This killer. This is the trade-off.
You take that, 100%.
Oh my god, he rolled a 6. So normally when you go all in with your Skaven Blitzer like this, and you leave them exposed to counter hits, you tend to lose them because they're armor 8. But I think this is 2 Claw Mighty Blow hits and 2 fouls and not even a stun, or maybe 1 stun on this killer so far this first half. Indestructible so far. I say this, he's going to be dead in 2 turns. That's how you do it.
Yeah. No, we're just increasing the effectiveness of the curse.
Looks like we're going after the block tackle pesticle now. Yeah. With a 1 dice. For once we don't find a POW, and we get sculled on. And that's actually quite bad because we didn't dodge the RG5 first, and now he's at risk.
Yeah.
I think Rasta's getting sloppy here.
Yeah, he's expecting Nurgle a bit to be on his side a bit too much now.
Yeah, now we get a 3 dice hit.
Not Nurgle. Wrong Chaos TV.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of our Gust Runners are based up here. We could get, if we're thinking, we could. Is there a surf here?
Yes, but it's very difficult. Like, you need to make dodges difficult.
We do have a reroll, so I think we have to.
You need to make dodges with a Nurgle Warrior difficult, is what I was trying to say. It's not really. Well, yeah, you need to make dodges with Nurgle Warrior.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Yeah. Looks like we're going for this. We do get the POW, and this is where you might pay for trying that cheeky 1 dice. Yeah, it's an injury on Boris Backstabber. MNG. Does that get Apo? Quite an important piece. We just let it go.
He lets it go. He has more godly gutter runners. He doesn't need it Apo.
That's true. When you've got Agi6, the Agi5 looks a bit bad. You do find another POW though. There's some on the big hand, but they're okay.
He's fine, yeah.
And now, if we can get rid of the RG6, this turns into a game again.
If you manage to remove the RG6, it's suddenly very easy for you to go up 1-1 on your drive.
And that could have been 2-1 if we'd brought the ball up as opposed to back. That'll be my main. I think that's going to be my main. If you're watching the VOD back, wherever, I think that move back on your turn 6 was a bit criminal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand where it's coming from because you're watching your team get torn apart in front of you, but you still have to try and fight through it, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're lining up. Do we blitz and risk one in nining, or do we foul? We're going to go for the blitz because we have the reroll in hand.
Yeah.
Another pow.
Yeah. Come on.
Lodge is a fake skill. And we're traumatized by the murder. We're going after the killer again. This is a huge foul. 3 assists with +1 on both rolls from Dirty Player. We might even GFI with an Ogre Warrior here. I think that's what I might do. We can take 2 GFIs to make this a 5 assist foul with.
Why 2? You only need 1 GFI.
You can get the Pestigore and the Nurgle Warrior involved here, but we don't. We go for it straight up.
Yeah, I completely missed the Pestigore downfield. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he had been retreated out of play, so we're going to go for the Vanity Pass in the rain.
Might as well.
Yep, might as well.
Pass works, catch fails, but he has a reroll. Success.
That's good. I think I'm ahead of you slightly. Are you watching the stream
You are slightly ahead of me. You're like a second or half a second ahead of me or something like that.
Maybe if you like flash pause, unpausing clients, it might catch you up. I don't know. But yeah, that's the end of the first half, and what I have to say, it's probably been the best half of Toxic Tony. What is it? I can't remember the name now. That Storm Vermin has had the half of his life.
Tooth Tony
Tooth. I keep thinking it's Toxic.
Tony and Tooth were in there. I just don't remember which order.
Yeah, Tony Tooth with probably the best half of Blood Bowl he's ever played. With that 4-for-4 streak, getting rid of 3. For those of you joining us at half time, we have about 260 SPP, at least M and G. This is a death here for Hunger. 225 SPP, 100 plus games, about 110 games. I think you said. Look lazy.
107. I have the stats up here.
107 games ended in the Challengers Cup round of 64. Some would say an inconspicuous, like a very. Well, at least he's going out of this in the playoffs.
On this team is Krieg the Nurgle Warrior with Claw Mighty Blow stand from. So.
Exactly, that's how old that player is. And no Beast of Nurgle on offense and no Killer on offense. This is going to be a really difficult half.
Yeah.
Rasta's going to be thinking about how many. Weravem's going to be thinking, can I at least get this to overtime and then blame the natural one-turner?
I mean, if he manages to somehow remove the REBBL, it suddenly becomes, as we've said before, a very realistic possibility.
Yeah, and I mean, Razta did loosen up towards the end there and give away 3 hits on Guster runners, which wasn't punished as much as it could have been. Not from any fault of Weravem, just the dice not quite going as crazy good as the killer's dice were earlier. But I suspect now that was sort of like garbage time, end of first half, sort of lose concentration a bit, but I think now Razta's going to lock back in and put together another good. I think Razta just needs to put together another good, like 4 or 5 turns of play, and he should have this one through. Just a stun there. Interesting. So I'm just checking through my OBS and stuff to make sure the stream's not guided there.
I'm still have it on in the background, so it's at least for me it's still working.
Yeah, it looks alright. Looks alright. That's always good to see. We have a few viewers. How you doing, guys? A little bit of chat. It is only the round of 64, of course, not the big fight.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by. I'm not casting anything else after this tonight. I might co-cast if someone needs it, but I think I'm going to be sending
let's
everyone
see. After this tonight, if you want to watch other games, there will be Torfino Corporation versus the Finnish Marbles at 10 p.m. my time, so in 20 minutes.
Okay.
And after that, 2 a.m. our time, or my time, so midnight UTC would be in playoffs. Bogue Bombers versus Capital Punishment.
Yeah, so, Bogue Bombers, of course, that really well done. That human team up in row 1 who's had a really good season. They're going to be, humans tend not to do well in playoffs, but if you want to watch humans in postseason play, the Bogue Bombers are a good start. As we see a blitz on the Rat Ogre. I probably would have just gone after a line rack. I think you're more likely to do damage there. But each to their own.
I mean, he has Claw Mighty Blow.
What are we thinking about this cage?
No, I'm looking at the wrong player. He does not have Claw Mighty Blow. But yeah, you probably should have gone or tried to go after a line rat. The rover is unreliable anyway.
We pull the trigger and it rolls a 1. And in any other game, that would be a turning point. But when you've got the sacking ability that Razta has, this almost feels like an opening gambit. You know, he hasn't lost too much by that rolling a 1.
Yeah, Earl Evil is just now slightly annoyed he has to make 2 or 3 dodges to get to the ball.
Yeah, exactly. You have to put some effort in. I don't think they'll do it this turn though, mainly because there's no easy pick up and throw away. Which then calls into question the bolt, right? Because I suppose the plan was bolt.
If the bolt works, it's pretty easy to engineer a route where you only need to make 1 or 2 dodges to get through.
Yeah, I think what the play was there. I think what Razta was trying.
If the bolt works, you blitz down the rookie Nurgle Warrior and then go through the single tackle zone wide area, which is only 1/2+.
Yeah, I think they were going to go for the switch up where because it would have to be a pass to safety. So what you might well have seen there is bolt, that blitz you were talking about, and then the big hand gets into this left hand side of the Nurgle pitch, and then you pick up with the Agi6 and throw a pass with Agi6 across pitch, and that might have been the game there and then. Issue of course is the block tackle go. You have to base them up, but I think there's enough pieces. Oh, we snake a dodge.
That is not good.
It's okay.
Well, it's fine, but it's still not what you want to see.
But it's right out in the open. We could get a huge gang foul on this.
Yeah, there's a dirty player right there.
That's huge. Bolt gone, Agi6 in trouble. All of a sudden, after a pretty nightmarish turn 9.
If you manage to get Earl Evil out of the game, it's looking a lot better for you.
I must admit though, I think we say all this stuff, but at the end of the day, there is a natural one-turner sat there staring at the pitch. The Babes have done really well, and all the KOs have come back, so he's been able to just sit and watch. So Leaping Lenny is going to come on for 1 whole turn at the end of this, and might just win the game for the Skaven. If they can catch the ball. Catching is going to be the hardest role here. With all this, I think what will have to happen on this 1-turn defense that's going to come up is, like, Weravem will have to get distinct coverage across, so the catch becomes a 4+. As we see a stun on the line rat, that's cleared the way for the foul.
Yeah, now you can get a pretty easy 5-assist foul.
Oh, I'd move this now. I put this dodge warrior 1 further forward to support the rookie. Maybe we're not keeping the rookie warrior there.
I think we're moving the rookie 1 further right, so that he's also assisting.
Maybe, yeah. Wait one second. Yeah, and I guess if they're going to get clawed down and killed anyway, it might as well be the rookie one, the way that Tony Tooth has been playing so far.
Question is, where do you move the ball? Yeah, exactly, because it's... Up until now, there was a 3+ dodge to 1-die the ball.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think we need that backwards cage corner. Because there's no wizard and the main sacker's on the floor and you want to break his armor, right? You don't need that Pestigal there. He can sort of come up. You can come up to about, like, here, say.
He could go up and base the...
He could get involved with the foul. He could have been an assist.
Yeah, he could have been.
And now if it doesn't break armor by 1, you'll know that that was the mistake that could have cost the game.
Now if you don't break armor and get sent off, then it's literally just a 2+. Because
here we go, 3 assists with Dirty Player.
He does break armor,
but
it's just a stun.
Oh no. Here comes the Rat Ogre and Claw Pom to try and contest this. Guard's in the right place though. The line rats can't really affect the play.
Want to play today.
No. Wild animal being wild today. Not getting too much done. I think they might target the Dirty Player here.
Yeah, that's very likely what's going to happen.
Because that's going to create, I think that's creating more value than the Nurgle Warriors at this point for Weravem.
Okay,
Here comes the man of the hour. Another knockdown.
Does he follow and follow?
Not this time.
No.
But we do stun, and that will give us a reprieve.
Yeah, he showed restraint, it was only a stun, and he didn't follow.
did the job.
Yeah. Do you stand up the completely caged in line rats?
No. I think that's pretty much... Maybe that one to get him out, but I don't think you dodge these two because you're just testing armor 7 unnecessarily.
Yeah, yeah.
They've Skaven 101 there, leaving those guys on the floor. Because the Nurgle want to stay here, right? So these line rats are going to still be relevant for the next couple of turns prone. And the only way they're not going to be relevant is if they get themselves removed trying to dodge, or if they get blocked again. So we're going to have another killer fight where we get another Mighty Blow claw hit on turn 2. That'll be the third one. Or fourth. I've lost track. It's a slugging match, this. Picking up the pickup.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where I put my only tackle.
That is...
I think I'd want my only tackle right by the ball. Myself.
Well, probably true. I think assuming you can get down the killer with whatever play you're trying to make.
RG6 is back next turn. Here comes another PAL.
Yeah, okay.
We're testing for an armor rate. Not even that.
Oh god. Okay.
He's wearing him like a champ. RG6 is back next turn and it is in full range.
Yeah, I was going to say you maybe push forward a little and make a somewhat sideline cage, but he's...
I think you have to foul here. I think we need to foul with the
block Pestigor. You need to foul.
Oh, we blocked his way.
With...
Oh, we haven't. Okay, this is danger. This is so dangerous. Are we taking a Rotter dodge? No. Oh my god.
I mean, you've mostly blocked his way.
Talking about the potential foul angle. So we're now looking at just a 2+ leap into a... Well, I suppose it would have to be...
into a red die.
Yeah, and because now this Pestigor at the bottom doesn't have guards, so you can stand it up, and this Pestigor will have strength 4 to the strength 2 of the Gutter Runner, which is 2 red dice. The Gutter Runner with strip and wrestle, I think that's roughly like a 90%. With rerolls to get the ball on the floor. It's just a 2+2+.
Yeah, it's relatively decent odds.
And the big hand is just looking at this. Although I will say that KO is quite nice because it sort of seals the side a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about about Death Gribble getting to the ball, except now I am.
I was waiting for you to see that. We are going to come in for the no. I think this had to happen. Oh, the Nurgle Warrior foul animation.
Yeah.
Just a stun. I'll tell you what, they've been fouling quite well so far. The ref's not noticed anything.
Yeah. I mean, they have so many bodies around the people they're fouling, it's impossible for the ref to even tell something's happening.
That's true, it's a big fight. Here comes the Rat Ogre though. You forgot about the Rat Ogre come in and hit. That won't do the job. Frenzy. We're going to pin. Oh, GFI down!
Ooh.
I think you don't reroll this and just let him score.
I'd say you don't.
Yeah, we just let him score if he wants to score.
Yeah.
You can't foul both the killer and the Agi6 and the big hand. Someone's going to be around next turn to pressure this ball.
Yeah.
I think either way now, Weravem is forced to score off his turn 16. I mean, to be fair, maybe Weravem's thinking that he scores on turn 15 or something. No, I think he still scored on the last turn. Because even though you have an actual 1 turn, it's more likely to fail than a 2-turn attempt.
Yeah, and with the 2-turn, for all he might as well just... Yeah, 2-turn is always going to be easier than trying to engineer a 1-turn.
Especially in rain.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting turn though. Like, I think you just try and get as big a cage as you can up the pitch here. Oh, he's not scoring, is he? Okay, good. He's holding the sideline. I think that's the right thing to do. Agi6 isn't in range this turn, and the wizard's been used. I think Razta is starting to regret that turn 9 wizard. There's another stun.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you use the guard Warrior and Rotterdam, and you screen off as best
God, we're
you
going to get a
can.
huge foul here. We're going to get like a 5 assist, 6 assist foul on this Agi6. We're also going to get a 3 dice hits with tackle onto this gutter runner. No good. That's a shame.
That is a shame. But now that allows the gutter runner to easily.
Oh,
well,
I don't know about
still
that.
a 2-die uphill.
I
but
think that's a big mistake there.
yeah, you
Taking it
don't
off
do
the
that.
tackle.
Yeah, and now Death Dribble can
Like this
face
foul
the
has to
ball,
pretty
push
much
the ball.
murder the Agi6 because that's why he did that. He thought I want to.
Yeah.
The thing is, the problem with that is that if Razta wants to stop the foul, he can just sidestep downwards and still base the fouler. But whatever, we're going to come in now. This is what you pay your money to see. Dirty play.
Yeah.
Oh, we've lost an assist. I guess because we don't have a bribe. Yeah, and that's failed as well. No 6 on 6 dice. Reroll in overtime format to try and knock over this gutter runner.
These block dice are terrible. In how many dice was that? 9. 9.
9 dice. Couldn't find a 6. Here comes the foul. And we get the Agi6 off the pitch for this drive. And we don't lose a player over it. That's good.
It still was 2 babes, was it? Yeah, 2 babes. So very likely to come back. But
I tell you what, though, if you were Weravem on turn 6 and you told him on your turn 12 you're going to be able to pretty much stall at will and the rats are going to struggle, and you'll have removed the Agi6 for the drive, I think they would have snapped your arm off. We're going to get a 1 dice hit though.
It will. It's.
And we're going to probably force us. No, we don't force an early score. I think we can get this ball down.
I mean, they can make it almost impossible for the Nurgle to score next turn, and at that point the Big Mick is back. And
this is a huge move there. That 3+ dodge is really massive.
Yeah.
Pin that roster. That whole line of play was pretty dicey until that worked. KO'd Rotter on the sideline. That's a bit irrelevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, those 2 prone line rats we were talking about earlier, coming in big, sort of wanting this. They've sort of forced this Pesticle or this block Pesticle to stay pretty close to the LOS, right? And now he can't help.
Yeah.
I suspect though we might just actually 4 dodge back here on a 2+ with an inbuilt reroll.
Yeah, 2+ move over back to the
there is tackle
left side.
But that's why I think I would have not re-rolled that earlier block and saved my first re-roll of the second half for this dodge potentially failing.
Yeah.
And then come back.
I mean, this dodge. I mean, oh yeah, there's tackle. I was about to say he has dodge. He doesn't need to. But yeah, tackle. Yeah, basing Big Mick and the free and the line route.
The problem here is we have to. Our turn ordering becomes very difficult because we kind of need to do this dodge pretty soon. But we also want to get rid of this line rat and get it on the floor, but that might 1 in 9, so it's a real dilemma here.
Yeah, and if it just pushes you blocking off your escape route.
I don't like that positioning. I think the Rotter should have come in front of the line rat there, not behind. It's not like it's a Saurus, you know. It might well dodge out, so you want to make it, you know, go further. I don't know. Small thing. Yeah, this is a really difficult turn to plan. Where are you putting the ball here?
You're dodging out and going towards center pitch and then trying to cage off, screen off as best you can with your 2 Nurgle Warriors and your Pestigore.
We're covering off the Rattoga pretty harshly.
Yeah.
But we've got to respect break tackle. We're going to do something like that. We just see a push. Oh, that's a really bad push. Look at. I think we're going to go back down the sideline here.
Yeah, and that makes it so that your escape route is down the sideline.
I suppose that's okay.
Although it's still like there's no real without GF5 or something. There's no place you can go where the.
What I would say is that without
can't just 2+ out.
That tackle movement's interesting. I would say that if we're doing if we're going down the sideline anyway, you might as well have dodged before taking that potential 1 in 9 block.
Yeah.
Right. I think it might have been a sort of. I think it was a bit of a greedy play. It was like, if I can find a yellow dice, I can come back to the middle.
He's going.
So I'm going to risk my drive to find that yellow dice.
No, this changes everything.
Yep. Just to push though.
And now he can dodge to.
Oh, we block.
Oh. Or not.
We fight back.
Yeah.
We fight back. Fair enough.
Okay.
And it is based up. It
Yeah,
must be a 3+ dodge. I don't actually. Now the more I think about it, the more I like that.
There's no way I see that they can get better than a 1 die on the ball. So I guess
we're going to foul the Rat Ogre here. Sturdy player trying to take advantage of a good run of form. Hello, fuck. How you doing? And I'll tell you what, this dirty player has been very good at not getting sent off.
He's great at getting the ref to ignore him. Terrible at actually removing pieces.
Yeah, hey, Wolfbark, you join us in the middle of Razta's godlike Skaven team, trying to put away this Nurgle team who have come back from the brink to be competitive. There's that reroll. 1 dice.
And the 1 die fails.
This is very scratchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, the free catchy 6 is gone.
And now it's literally just a 2 die block to get tackle off the ball now.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say this situation is sort of Rasta's own fault. He gave up those 3 blocks on his gust runners on an unimportant turn 8. Got one of them injured, which was MNG. And that was your best piece. And then he sort of threw the bolt away. Sort of, at the time we were like, it's fine, but it's really come back to haunt. And
yeah, it's the dice it's a mix of bad plays and bad dice have really just turned us around.
Yeah, I think the good thing with Rasta is that he can afford to make these sort of mistakes because one turner might bail him out. And with 2 babes in play, the RG6 is going to come back and he'll get another go.
Yeah.
Trying to turn this Nurgle team over, even if he does lose a toss. Hey, but yeah. One thing you'll notice about this Nurgle team, as you've just joined us, is I think Nurgle's going to take some moves. The legendary killer is dead. The beast is MNG.
Yeah. Hunger is
badly hurt. So yeah, this is the headlines thing for the game. You missed the first half where Storm Vermin, Tony Tooth went 4 for 4 blitzes in terms of getting casualties. One of them did regen. But yeah, huge first half for the Rats on their offense. But now we're going to block clear. Yeah, you can get a real one with piling on now. Yeah, I mean, he died to a pile-on. Like, the first block didn't even break armor, and then the piling on rolled 6-6-6-3 on the regen.
You stole another turn.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. Oh, more rerolls. I don't like this.
Yeah. At this point, your play is to go for overtime. You don't reroll this.
Yeah, I don't think you do. We'll stay. No armor break.
Yeah,
we can
stay.
pin.
Yeah, move there so that you're blocking off.
And this is the thing with Rats. A couple of misplayed turns, and all of a sudden, all your fancy pieces are on the sideline, and the rest of your pieces are prone on the floor, and they can't do anything.
Yeah.
The ball can probably come to the center.
You move the ball to center field, then foul, then move the Nurgle Warrior.
It feels like Weravem's still playing as if the RG6 is on the pitch and about to sack him at any non-perfect play.
Yeah.
Feels like to me.
Yeah, the Wizard's gone, the RG6 is off the pitch for
now.
The
RG5 is off the pitch as well, permanently.
Yeah. The big hand is tied down by tackle.
Yeah, you've done it, Weravem's stuck with it, and it's starting to come out on top, and now it feels like they're throwing their advantage away with these rerolls on this Lodge Stepper that aren't necessarily needed or are going to impact the play. We're going to foul the Rat Ogre again. And that's a 1 in 9 before we can pull the foul. I'm not sure how much I like fouling the Rat Ogre. I don't think it's that good. I really want to save my dirty player for a clutch foul on an Agi 6 or an Agi 5 at some point, in the overtime maybe.
But there's no guarantee you're going to get that chance. If
that's true.
Gets to the offense, he just one turn.
But I think you have to assume the 1 turn. You have to play around the 1 turn failing because there's not much you can do. Because now that the moment you get to the second half and the babes bring all the KO rolls back, there's nothing much you could have done to stop this 1 turn apart from his 1 turn defense. So I think you have to assume it will fail. You'll see a line rat dodge. The ball can now get kind of safe this gutter runner's come back into this line rat's back in range of the ball though.
I think now, yeah, you can't mark the ball, or not the ball. You can't mark. Okay, you move Razta, the rookie Nurgle warrior, back or up pitch to mark the line rat who can threaten the ball. You move the rookie Rotter to block off the other line rat, the downed line rat. You block off the path for Death Gerbil, and you foul Tony Tooth. Or other way around, you block off Tony Tooth and foul Death Gerbil.
Yeah. Yeah, Wolfbot pointing out that a half dice sack could push into an early score. I will say, Razta did have that. He had a half dice sack attempt which pushed, and he could have forced Weravem to score earlier. I think it was a couple of turns earlier, and he chose not to, thinking that he could get the ball down on the floor. They could not get the ball down on the floor, and now it's going to be 1-1 on turn 16 in the rain with Stink.
Yeah.
But yeah, turn 15, all of a sudden this half has slowly ticked along. Doesn't feel like turn 15, but it is. Looks like we're going to try and bring Nuggelway back to base. This sort of half screen that's not quite a screen, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think
oh, so it forces a 4+, is what that Nurgle warrior positioning does then. We're going to run out of range. Okay, now we've ignored our screen.
Yeah, but if you're moving the Nurgle warrior, that's. I mean, you're still making it a 3+2+2+.
What this will do, on the flip side, what this will do is it will give Weravem the chance to counter one turn on his turn 16. Should this guy get pushed in? Oh no, don't you just lose your turn? I can't remember. I think you might just lose your turn.
You lose the turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Because whoever pushed you in, they turn over. And
oh,
then
we
it's
found
your
it.
turn and you
We're going double
score.
GFI into Blitz, and GFI fails, and I don't reroll
Don't
that.
reroll this.
He's thinking.
He's thinking.
I don't think you do. Good.
You don't. I mean, you wouldn't have done that Blitz anyway without protecting the ball more, but you don't. Yeah.
Regen finally starting to work after all the valuable players have been killed. God, they really thought that one through, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, you have to. Because you're still allowing a 3+2+2+4 1 die on the ball.
Well, that's a first action fail into no reroll. And that's a knockout, but with two babes in play, that's not really a factor. So, I didn't think it would happen like this, but we've managed to get 1-1 on turn 16. Somehow. That says a lot of how the tenacity of Weravem. I mean, Razta, I think, getting a bit complacent, also getting some bad dice. But Weravem staying switched on, even though he's lost his best player. Possibly of all time on this 7-season team.
Yeah.
And coming back and taking it 1-1. And so, it's still raining. I think we hand over to Leaping Lenny and see if he can take this one for the Rats.
The KOs for the Rats all come back as expected.
All dead and injured. And both KOs stay out for the Nurgle.
I think that means the Nurgle have finally burned through their bench.
Yeah, the bench is gone. Well, yeah, I mean, if we were to go to overtime, I think the bench has a good chance of coming back for the Nurgle.
Yeah.
We'll see. Right, this is a very important one-turn defense. Because we're in rain. I think the hardest role here is the catch for the natural one-turner.
Yeah.
I would argue
in rain in at least one disturbing presence, possibly 2 or 3.
What I will say though is a potential curveball, right? Is that if they don't protect the middle enough with this one-turn defense, you can instead carry on the Agi 6 and just get the pushes.
Yeah.
Because that makes the catch easy, but I don't think it is quite worth it. I think it's much better dice to do it on the one-turner, just hope they take the catch.
With their current setup, they're allowing the one-turner to just run down the sideline.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, they are only actually 4, right? You want to try and cover the width.
Yeah.
The problem is they're down the beast. That is so big here because I don't like backlining. The backlining is a cop-out. A massive cop-out.
The backlining is a cop-out, especially against the natural one-turner.
I say, especially with Stink in the rain, you want to make the catch hard.
as Nurgle, you
Hold
want
up.
as much
Let's just check.
stink
We can go 1, 2,
and tackle
3,
zones as
2,
possible.
3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I suppose I think what they're saying is that we have to have a Nurgle warrior here and here. That's 2 of them. 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. Nurgle warrior here, here. Yeah, you can spread the whole. You can cover the whole width of the pitch in at least one zone of stink in range. That's a -2 modifier on what is just normal Agi4.
This
with no catch
this
skill.
seems like a massive This is definitely a massive
So
misplay
one
by
go. I'm just
Weravem.
doing this on screen. One goes here, and one goes here. So that way, even if you get pushed this way, you still have stink covering the far wide zone. So one goes here, one goes here. Oh, they backline. That feels like a real mistake. And then you put a
It
Nugget
is a
Warrior
massive
here and
mistake.
here, so that wherever you push, they push you on the blitz. You're always going to have stink. I suppose Frenzy and No Stand Firm plays into it, but you'd rather have them, risk rolling the Rat Ogre mistake or the Wild Animal, even. But I don't know.
Yeah, and now depending on how things go, they can even try the.
Well, now as things stand, they can
push
get even
play.
more pushes, right?
Yeah, they can even do the push plays and.
I think they're gonna,
the
they're gonna
Agi
try
6
and push
now.
the Agi 6.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart in the rain. When they offer you this is a. And they got a blitz.
Which doesn't
Look lazy.
change
I'm
much.
disappointed. If they'd properly
I
set
said
up.
we'd get one blitz, which is the one blitz. Yeah, this. I don't know why you're disappointed. This is how these games happen to go off, as far as I
No,
can
I'm
tell.
disappointed in the setup.
Oh yeah, the setup is 100% terrible.
That's what I'm disappointed in. Could have made.
You have every
He
right
fought so
to
hard
be
to make it a
disappointed in
game,
the
and he might
setup.
have just thrown it away.
He very much did. He
Well,
could
we'll
have
see.
made
They
this
haven't made the one turn yet, right? We need to see. We need to see this executed. We need 2
even
pushes,
if
and that's not a push. We're gonna have to do it with the
yeah,
we're gonna have to do it with the Agi4.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Here
I
we
mean
go.
that's why you try that. You don't use any reroll on it.
Big
you just
hand
do that.
doing a
Big
thing.
hand does a thing.
Here we go.
Wash your hand. Big hand does a thing. Big
Even
hand
then, he
didn't
rolls a
actually
2. If he rolls a 3 here and catches it, he does. It punishes the setup. If there was stink there, that would have been dropped.
Yeah. And now you just click end zone. Well,
and now
you
we
make sure to
click
make
end zone.
to dodge.
So let's see. It's a 3-3-3 on the dodges with 3-2 plus GFIs. Drum roll, please. That's not good. And we failed the first dodge.
Well,
it's overtime.
It is overtime.
So yeah.
And now to see
Weravem not punished for
the offense.
For backlining.
If the Rats get the offense, it's just going to happen again.
And 1 KO does come back. The Nurgle are back to 11, despite the damage output from the Skaven team. Let's see. Well, he was punished pretty hard in the first half to Videri, and that was before he'd even done anything wrong, so... We'll see if the Casville comes back. I'm not the one-turning pro. I was, again, lucky enough to have a natural rat one-turner, and none of the other ones rolled Agi, so I just put the one-turner in and, go for it. Don't know the different one-turn methods. It looks like the Nurgle are...
This is
who won the toss?
I think the...
Wise men choose to receive. The Rats are attacking. And this could be over very quickly.
Yeah. Although, are the Rats attacking? These setups do not look like offensive.
It does say wise men choose to receive. I think the Nurgle are setting up their defense first, and what we're seeing is the old setup of the Rats.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, still raining. Oh, if you're Razta, do you ever just fight? You have to fight the temptation to just put the one-turner on the line of scrimmage and just try and win it, straight away.
I think. Does he still have his apple? He does. I think you put the one-turner on the line of scrimmage.
No, I think Razta's smart enough to try and, you know, tear this Nurgle team a bit further apart over the course of 2 or 3 turns before running in the score. Nurgle having to set up quite wide here. But with this setup, it does leave holes that can be thrown open by a blitz into the middle of the pitch.
So yeah, the Rats are receiving, which means that this is quite a hard game to turn around.
So for those of you who are perhaps more new to REBBL or to Blood Bowl in general, how this is going to work is that we're going to play another 8 turns. The rerolls do not refresh. They both still have the same they had before. You get a KO roll, you get a Fame roll.
If a team manages to score during these next 8 turns, they immediately win.
Yep,
if
like
neither team manages to score, theoretically it would go to kicks, basically random chance. But in REBBL, we have a house rule that the team that was defending for that drive.
Yeah.
So
wins. Weravem just needs to defend for 8 turns without conceding, and they will go through. High kick.
Which against Scape
fell into the stink.
And that... Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it's come down to. Razta needs 8 turns to score. If he doesn't score within 8 turns, Weravem takes the game, regardless of what you see on the screen. We're going to come in for a blitz early on because the ball is pretty well covered. I want to see if we can open up this hole.
We can.
And we kill a Rotter, as you do. Decay, doing a thing.
And that's what Tony Tooth does. He kills pieces for fun.
Yeah, how many? I'm going to pan to the sideline real quick. How many kills is that? That's 2 kills, a badly hurt, a MNG that regened, and I think he casted a Rotter as well. So that's 5 injuries, one of which regened. Although 2 of the pieces involved didn't have it. But yeah. Good game for the lad. Good game for the lad. Now the question is, are we activating the Razta this turn? I don't think so.
No, he stays there and ties down the block guard.
Yeah, I agree. Nicely tied down. Fine Rat goes walking through. And what I think we'll probably see here is the RG6 walks through and the big hand.
I just realized he decided to keep Leaping Lenny off the pitch.
Now that is very interesting.
Yeah, that's... I can't help but think that's a mistake, but...
It's a very conservative play. I think Razta's just saying, I can win this game with 2 gutter runners.
Yeah.
And even though they're RG6 and a big hand 2 extra arms guy, or big hand 2 heads guy, there's still only 2 gutter runners, and you're one bad roll away from being in a world of trouble. And he saw that in the second half. That one snake dodge, and he was in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shimber, it's a decent game is the word, for sure. Looks like we're going to try and get... I wouldn't say this is the most orthodox 2-turn setup I've seen, but I think it might just do the job.
It should work, assuming the Nurgle can't dodge, which is a safe assumption.
Is it though? They have actually forward dodge.
It's a somewhat safe assumption. Yeah, but yeah, with you if you manage to do it with 1 dodge, you take the Agi4 and dodge through every time.
It's a good move. They've gone away from the tackle. The Agi4 doesn't have tackle yet. It's just wrestle. So, and I don't think, even if we get crazy dodges, there won't be a 3 dice hit on this gutter runner, meaning that we'd need to probably find exactly a 6. 6, or actually no, both down will probably still do it.
Both down's decent enough, assuming you can get your Rotters around to mark off the remaining players.
The receiver is in position outside of the cage.
Oh.
And this is weird because the line rat's got in the way. If you look at it,
I think he's going to pick up and then move back with the...
you can do that. I think that's a perfectly fine line of play. Nurgle can't touch you. If you come back here. Good advantage of where the strength 5 being where he is that we need 2 Nurgle players in here to try and force something. I will say though, there's a lot of pressure on the pickup.
Yeah.
But then it would just be it would have to snake.
It's sure hands with big hand. He's going he needs to roll a 136 to fail this.
He did do that. He did do that last half though.
Yeah.
Obviously, not preying on too much on Rasta's mind.
Yeah.
And we do dodge there. It does mean the Rat Ogre is a bit more exposed. Getting got down. Anyway, ball is safe. Now, where do you put your tackle here if you're the Nurgle? Do you put him back or forward? I think you have to put him back, right?
I think you pull him back. Try the 2-die with curse number 9 to knock down at least Earl Evil and push him back so that he. Wait, can he still score if he's knocked down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes,
6,
with
7,
a
8,
GFI.
9. Yeah, with a GFI. Yeah, so that's.
But
not
if he's on the
even
floor, he'd have to be. Someone
It
would have
makes
to pass
the
it to him.
pass a lot harder. Yeah, because he has to stand up and get.
They
into
go
his
forward with it.
First.
I think on turn 2 I'd like that, but on turn 17 I don't think I'm as much a fan.
No.
So now it all sort of comes down to this blitz, and if it doesn't break armor, it feels really bad. But his armor's 7, so if we do find that 6, there is a good chance that there's at least a stun on. With Bart pointing out, they could blitz from in front, and then they can come in for the dirty player foul. I think you do have to try and get some sort of foul on the dirty player around their keep. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem is with Buck, if you're coming in from the front, you've got to GFI. I don't know, with one reroll on the turn, I think I would probably just try and blitz. And then double GFI foul, something like that, I don't know. Push to here. Yeah, 3 GFIs with one reroll. Could work. I think I don't know if they'll end up doing that. We're having a good think though. It's probably one of the longer turns so far. It's a tough one.
It is.
And any mistake and you lose and you're out of Challenger's Cup. With nothing, and you know, your best player would have died in vain. Hunger will have died in vain if they go out here. That's true.
Your best player and your worst starter will have died in vain. Okay, I mean, yeah, might as well move him closer to the center.
I think with Buck, I think I miscounted the foul. I thought I could.
Yeah,
I thought you could blitz without GFIing and still foul, but you can't do that unless you walk through the line rats. So yeah, I think you're right there. Interesting day player position. I think we're just sort of trying to take our minds off the fact that if we don't roll pretty much exactly a 6 into a stun, it looks pretty bleak.
Yeah. But then again, the big hands rats just dribble.
Do they GFI? This is the question. They don't GFI. I didn't think they would. That's a 3 and a 1. They don't reroll it. I don't think you're respecting the Agi 6 enough there.
Yeah, and if you didn't GFI, he's not in what's it called? Well, even if he wasn't disturbing presence, it's just a -1. He still would have called on the 2+. So.
It would have been -3 in total. I think it might have been a 3+.
Oh yeah, because of rain. I forgot rain. Yeah.
Yeah, Razta was scared. I would say after a scare in the second half, Razta seems to have this one almost in the books. Just needs to get the touchdown in.
Yeah. You can even blitz off the Agi, the wrestle doge.
Yeah, no stink. I think.
Or the rookie.
Yeah, no stink applied. No knockdown.
No stink. You can blitz off the rookie goat if you want to remove the dodge.
I think it's almost statistically likely that Razta scores this time.
Yeah.
I say that actually. Hold up. Yeah, because you can blitz with the storm vermin.
The block Pestigore so that you can do a handoff.
Wait, I don't know. I just about the way you do this. I think what you could do is you could blitz. You blitz with the rookie storm vermin, and then after you blitz, you run it back to base. Like to base this other Pestigore, or maybe the. I was going to say another warrior.
No, yeah, you're right. You blitz the block. You blitz tuberculosis with the rookie storm vermin. Move back and base the Agi 4 goat just in case, and then you hand off and dodge out.
Yeah. Thing is, you really need that reroll for the handoff. So do you just dodge through with 2 heads, and then, or do you try and block with the line rat? I don't think you block with the line rat.
I would go for, as I said, the blitz with camp on the block.
Well, whatever the right play is, Rasta's taking his time to find it. Maybe I think they might just be chatting. Although I think I think politeness would be you'd hand off,
and
then you'd
chat,
start.
Yeah.
Then you'd say GG. Because at the moment things can still go wrong, as we see the rookie Storm Vermin try and take a piece of the action. Finally,
he does get 2 SPP.
Yeah. And that
He's
does not
now
reach
in range of scoring if he gets MVP.
Well, that solves a lot of problems,
leveling.
doesn't it? If you just remove the piece, then you don't really need to think.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to a 2+ in the rain on your RG6 piece.
2+, 2+.
Yeah. 2+.
Assuming he goes for that play.
There we go.
Yep.
It all comes down to this. Oh, he's in his own way.
Yeah, that is not where you want to be standing.
Risking an extra dodge.
You just added another 2+.
Oh! Ah, never punished, never punished. You could have just leapt as well. Yeah. Right. Early Evil does the job. Razta, I wouldn't say rode his luck. I think Razta put together a good enough performance to win.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think if you were facing Razta next round with an actual good team against Razta, I think you wouldn't mind watching this game. You'd think that there will be mistakes made, and I will be able to take advantage. Yeah. So yeah, huge W for the Razta. Let's just check a few stats. SPP, more importantly, 12 SPP for Tony Tooth. 6 Kaz on the day. And that is
MVP on lineman, which is not what you want to see in both cases.
Nope. So yeah. Dice rolls real quick. Let's just chill. I want to see the block dice for. Where am I looking here? Early Evil, Leaping Lenny, Big Mick, Hater, Tony Tooth. 10 blocks, 8 success on the armor, 2 fails. I don't know if that was 10 blocks. 10 armor rolls anyway. I think that's because of piling on.
Yeah.
100% on injury rolls, 100% on GFIs. Big time player. Tons of block dice, 1 skull to 3 pals with 6 stumbles because he has tackle. Good game from that boy. So congratulations to Razta. They will go through to the next round of the Challengers